As much as all of us suffered during COVID, we could probably say that the youth suffered substantially more. They didn't have that connection with their peers and they needed it. So as soon as NCSY had the opportunity to get everyone together, we made a decision that we were going to have as many safe in-person events as possible. Our Camp Kesher, was going to run this summer in a way that it never has before. Our Lots Learn program happens weekly. Our junior NCSY programming, we're meeting the students where they are, whether it's giving out Tu B'Shvat platters for the community, or whether it's making Hebrew name bracelets in the clubs.
Everybody's name means something, and it's more than just a name. Like Rachamim here is named for Rina, for example.
Whether it's having our Hanukkah parties in the clubs and out of the clubs, or whether it's baking challah, so that the teens can now take home that challah and celebrate Jewish traditions with their family. Just these small little touch points, giving them that warm Jewish connection is so important, and that's why we fought to make that happen.
One JSU event that I really like is the Hanukkah party, because Hanukkah is one of my favorite holidays, and you get to share it with everyone else too.
Yeah, adding on to Bram, one fun thing was making challah that we did, and braiding the challah, making this good food. It's that I always see, but I don't know how to make it, so actually learning how to do it is pretty interesting.
I think that before that meeting, only like 3 people had braided challah, so it was cool to be able to share that with everyone. If I were to find someone in the hall and invite them to JSU, I would definitely bring up just the community that we're able to build and the connections that we've made, the activities that we get to do. It's definitely super unique from all the other clubs here at Lincoln. I've had some teachers sit in and say that this is like the most special club they've seen.
I remember that when I was told about the NCSY camp, that there was an element of desperation, really. My kids had been a little depressed after an entire year of COVID isolation. And we don't have a ton of discretionary income for summer activities, certainly not thousands of dollars per kid, as a lot of these Jewish camps are. So they go off to this camp, and all I can say is it was like night and day with any experience they've ever had before. When they got off the bus at the end, they were glowing, they were ecstatic, they had not been homesick for even 1 second. And I asked them how it had been, and they were just so enthusiastic in a way that they hadn't been about other experiences. And when I asked them what the difference was, they said it was the Jewish feeling, which this is something I had been striving to create in my children since they were born. Truly, I can say that because of your generosity, my kids had a profound Jewish experience that was transformative and that I believe will always be with them. My gratitude to NCSY cannot be overstated. I just feel so grateful to NCSY for making this experience possible for my kids.
Right now, you have the opportunity to make sure that this programming continues. Follow the link below and consider making a generous donation to NCSY. Your donation will be impacting the Jewish future in ways that you could never even imagine.